I'm seeing a lot of posts about people having delayed DACA renewal decisions. And for years, I've been sounding the alarm about this because you just never know how long it's going to take for a DACA renewal to go through. But saying I told you so does not help anybody when their DACA is delayed. And I think that many years of the administration granting most DACA cases in a few months really led people to reasonably, fairly believe that it should only take a few months for their DACA to be renewed. After all, most DACA applicants have no new record, there's nothing new about their lives. They're going to go through the same background checks as they have before. And so there really shouldn't be any additional time needed for the government to grant a simple renewal application for a DACA and the work authorization that goes along with it. And yet, we're seeing 6 or 7 months processing times or longer for applications. Now, some of you might remember when DACA first came out in 2012 that there were some cases processed in 30 days. It was amazing. And then 3 months, and then suddenly 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. And then we saw situations where it was taking 13 months to get that first DACA approval. And then sometimes they'd approve DACA for 2 years, sometimes they'd approve it for 3 years. And the renewal times kept changing. So we tried to file DACA renewal 6 months in advance or more. After the election, and we knew there'd be a change in presidency, we thought that it would be helpful to file even a year in advance to renew DACA. The downside to filing really early for DACA means that you may get that 2-year approval before your current DACA expires, meaning you'll kind of shorten the time period, so they give you that 2-year approval, but you might already have a few months left on your current DACA approval. So it kind of feels like you paid for time you didn't get to use. But the upside to filing early for DACA, even if you are going to get an approval before your current 2-year period expires, is that you're avoiding the unlawful presence issues. You're avoiding the stress of potentially losing your employment authorization. You're avoiding the issues with trying to then get a driver's license renewal, because sometimes just getting the work permit doesn't mean you can the very next day get into the Department of Motor Vehicles and get a renewal for your driver's license. So the benefits to renewing very early for DACA right now really do outweigh the risks of maybe having a few months less time than you had hoped, when overall they should be granting a full 2-year renewal eventually. But for those who, of course, didn't know this was going on, that there have been incredible delays lately with immigration approving DACA renewals.